Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys had a great New Year's. And for today's video, we're going to do a makeup review. So I've been wanting to do this because I bought this right when it got launched. Like, I couldn't wait. I was looking forward to reviewing this. And so I got the two of the Rare Beauty products, their newest products. So I got the Warm Wishes Effortless Bronzer Stick in the shade Happy Soul. I also have the Always in Optimist Soft Radiance Setting Powder in the shade Light Medium. So I'm going to be testing out these guys in front of you guys and giving you guys my honest opinion about what I think about them. And also first impressions too. I already have my makeup practically done, but I didn't put concealer on because when I put concealer, I always have to set my eyes like right after or else they crease up. So I'm going to start with the bronzer stick, and this retails for $23. And it's supposed to be a stick formula. It's a natural finish without paraffin, light coverage, long wearing, and vegan. This is a breakthrough bronzing stick for a quick and visible sun-kissed glow with a smooth, seamless second skin finish. Just swipe on, blend, and go. So look at the packaging, guys. The packaging is really gorgeous. It's very nice to handle. It goes with the rest of their packaging from the rest of their line. There's little like sweat marks. It's because it's a little bit hot right now. Surprisingly, I'm not sure why it's a little bit hot. But let's do a swatch to see how it feels. Ooh, yeah, that's okay. You guys, sorry, I didn't show you guys, but let me do another swatch. So it feels very like thin and pretty creamy, like very thin. I was expecting it to be a little bit thicker, but yeah, it's a thin formula. So yeah, lightweight coverage. Okay, that's a perfect shade, I will say. I'm gonna do one side at a time. So you guys, I do have a blush on. It's one of the Rare Beauty blushes. So I put on the mini one I have. It's a Rare Beauty in the shade Grace. So I decided to put her soft pinch blush, like why not, since I'm trying out her products today. So just to go with the formula of her products. Okay, and yeah, I'm just gonna line it up. It feels, yeah, it feels very thin. It doesn't feel so thick. And I'm just gonna go halfway, see how that is. Yeah, I'm just gonna blend it with this brush I have. It's a big fluffy brush. It's by Compass Culture. It's a press and set bronzer brush. So I'm just gonna, maybe I should probably get a smaller brush. Let me just use this real quick. Yeah, so the line is kind of stained, but it's probably because I'm using the big brush. Usually I use a smaller brush. So I'm just gonna use my sponge, just kind of blend it in. Yeah, it's a perfect shade, guys. It's beautiful. So my skin tone, it's like pretty much like light medium to medium. So I'm like in between two shades, like for my skin tone. So I'm gonna use a different brush this time. That brush was too big. So I'm gonna do it again. So I would say, this almost feels similar as a Makeup by Mario bronzer, but maybe not as creamy. This one's like really creamy, like not like melting creamy, but it's just very thin. Like it just melts into your face, it feels like. So I'm using a different brush now. Okay, so after you work with it, oh my gosh, it looks so pretty. So this shade I have is supposed to be a light brown with cool undertones, but honestly it doesn't really look that cool to me. It looks a little bit more warm, like in between a neutral and a warm. Oh, you guys, I'm so sorry. My neighbor my neighbor is doing yard work. So I think on the other side, I'm just gonna get my brush and just kind of get some. So this is like kind of like a small component. It's very smaller, like comparing to the Makeup by Mario, it's more bigger, like more flatter, like flat wise. Yeah. Okay, so I think they preferably I mean, I think I prefer to put the cream bronzer straight on, so you can pretty much see like the guideline better. So I'm just gonna do it like that instead. I just didn't like doing that. Like it looks like it was kind of hard to show up. And yeah, just gonna blend that in. It looks like the sponge probably like blends it better. Unless you're experienced with brushes. I'm not really that experienced using brushes on my face. So it could be just me, or it could be the bronzer. Like it's just drying up. Maybe I'm not acting fast enough. But so far, like just the finish of it looks really pretty. So I just need to fix this up real quick. After I finish doing trying out the two products, I want to do some comparison swatches with the bronzer sticks I have, or bronzers I have. I forgot to do that. So I think I'm just gonna pretty much blend it with my beauty sponge. So yeah, so it's very thin. So I think you just have to act fast, or just get it from the brush. Mostly it's with the cream bronzers. It looks intimidating, like when you put too much, you feel like, oh, but you can always blend it out. As long as you just work fast, you could just make it work. So I think this side, it came out a little bit darker, so yeah, it came out a little darker. So this side, it kind of made it like pretty light, and right here is more, just slightly a little bit more dramatic. It could be the lighting too. So I'm just gonna add a little bit more, just so that way it could just match up with the other side. I think I put a little bit too much on the other side. It blends really pretty. With the brush, it could probably blend pretty too, but it just depends on you. I just prefer using a sponge over a brush, like my way, but yeah. I completely forgot to do that, so let me go just put it on my nose, see how it looks. It's very tiny, so it's kind of easy to outline your nose area. Just blend it, and I'm just gonna use my sponge. So I haven't put highlighter on, so I'll probably put highlighter when I get off camera. But yeah, it blends really nice. Oh my gosh, it looks good on my nose. I don't know if you guys could tell the difference. A little dimension to my nose, make it smaller. Yeah, I'm liking it. This shade, I think it's perfect. It's like not too dramatic for my skin tone, at least. But before I put powder, I'm going to put concealer. So I'm going to use my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in shade 29N. Normally I like putting like a lot of concealer because I like covering my dark circles. But I'm going to just try to go light. Okay. I just turn around the sponge so I could avoid that bronzer shade. I'm just going to blend this away. Baby, I've been going nowhere lately. I'll just put a little bit more concealer just in the inner corner. Now that I got my concealer on, I'm going to test out this Always an Optimist Soft Radiance Setting Powder, and this retails for $22. And I got the shade Light Medium. Or did I get it Light Medium? Yeah, I got the shade Light Medium. It's a true peach for light to medium complexion. So I think this shade will work out great for me, hopefully. And this will be a loose powder formula, natural finish without parabens, light coverage, best for oily, combo, normal skin, so practically all skin types except for dry, and it's vegan. So it's supposed to be a silky, do-it-all, talc-free, loose setting powder to visibly smooth, blur, and control shine for a natural finish and an all-day comfort. So it's supposed to be light, and it gives a natural finish, and it's a loose powder. Alright, so the packaging, this is very beautiful. Looks like a good amount too, I would say. The inside looks gorgeous. Okay, looks gorgeous. This thing, there's like a component right here. So I'm gonna just use my finger. So just so you guys know, there is a little tape right here, like a little slit. So you just have to remove that. Ooh, and the powder is already coming out. So it's just it looks like it's very small, like underneath. Maybe this shade might come out a little bit darker for me actually. So maybe I should have got a lighter shade. Ooh. Yeah, the shade looks actually pretty medium. More medium than I thought. Like when it's coming out more darkish than how it shows. So hopefully it works out for me. Because normally I use translucent powder, even though it's pretty light, I can still use it. Alright, we're gonna test it out, guys. I have hair right there. Oh, do you guys see a difference? I just took some out, but yeah, it's kind of dark for light medium. So maybe I should have got the other shade better. So maybe this will be good for all over powder. Like just to set my makeup. I'm just gonna put it around here on my T-zone area. So, So I definitely see like a soft, like a softening effect. So, yeah. The shade, it's not that bad. I don't think it made it. Did it like darken my under eyes? I couldn't even tell. I'm just gonna top it up. I do see like a softening effect, like it softened the under eye, like just like very light. It's a lightweight powder. I put a little bit too much, so it might start like it's starting to look maybe a little bit dry just because I put a little bit too much. So yeah, I suggest to always go light on powders. I just went a little bit heavy today. It happens. Okay, so let me just do a little quick touch up on my mascara and then my highlight, and then I'll be right back. So this is how the bronzer and the powder is looking. So I think the bronzer looks really good, and the powder, it doesn't look that bad. It's just something that like did that. It's just something that actually the powder is actually, yeah, the powder doesn't look that bad. I think I just put a little bit slightly too much, so it's starting to separate underneath my eye right here, like right here. And also right here, I messed up right here. I think I mixed in with the bronzer and the powder right here, so it's looking a little funky. But besides that, yeah, the powder doesn't look that bad. It does definitely like has like a softening effect under your eyes and then around the face. So if I say my skin type is mostly normal, but I think maybe for oily people, I think this will be really good. So now we're gonna do some comparison swatches, and I have 3 different other cream bronzers, so I could probably compare and see the shade. So this one is by Yensa, so it's like Glow Silk Bronzing Base. So I'm gonna do a swatch of that. It feels this one's more lightweight than that one. Actually, I did a big swatch, but it's more lightweight than this one. The ABH cream bronzer in the shade Amber. Okay, so that one's the ABH one, so they're definitely more thicker than these two. Now I'm gonna swatch the Makeup by Mario, and I got the shade Light Medium, and I really love this shade. It's perfect. So it looks like this right here, Light Medium. So this one feels more drier, the Makeup by Mario. Right here, the Makeup by Mario. So I would say the ABH one is the thickest one I have, and then the Makeup by Mario is the second thickest, and then it's the Rare Beauty one. It feels pretty thin, but not as thin as the Yensa one. So those are the shade differences. Would it compare the Makeup by Mario? I feel like the formula is a little bit more different between the Makeup by Mario and the Rare Beauty, because some people were questioning about that. Like, look at the difference between the two. Like, this one looks obviously more like wetter looking, and this one looks like more like mattifying. And I just do a swatch. Let me see. Let me do another swatch. So this one's, yeah, definitely creamier, more lightweight, and this one's like, it feels more thicker. But both the formula to these like cream bronzers, they're both great. I love them both. Okay, so now for my final reviews for these products, you guys probably guessed it based on my my reactions to both products. But the bronzer stick, oh my gosh, I love this bronzer stick a lot. Like, it's very like lightweight, and it's creamy, but like not like too creamy, but like it's a good consistency creamy because of it being lightweight too. So yeah, I really like the packaging of it. Looks like it's that much product, and hopefully it lasts me like a good long time. I really love the shade. The shade is perfect. It's a perfect like winter shade, I would say, but even summer too, if you're like more like light skin. Like, I guess like with my skin tone right now, I get past with this shade. So yeah, I think this one's perfect. The only thing I don't think I like blending it with the brush. I prefer blending it with the sponge. That's my preferred way. But it blended really pretty. Like, it just melted into the skin became one with your skin. So yeah, I highly recommend this one. And if you're like a beginner with cream bronzers, I would say this kind of dries down pretty fast, as in like if you don't act fast, then I think the line, bronzer line, like the guideline, and if you don't act fast, then you kind of have to work with the blending. So I think it kind of dries down pretty fast. Like the line just pretty much shows. So you have to work with the blending like pretty fast. But I think if you're using it with the sponge, you could probably get it with the sponge and just go like that. But preferably, I would say just do the guideline. Maybe go more light-handed than me if you want to, and then just build it up like with the second layer and just use a sponge. That's my recommendation. I'm going to be definitely playing around with this a lot more. And with the powder, guys, ooh, I probably didn't close it. I didn't close it. Oh, I probably didn't. Did I close it? Okay, I did close it. But yeah, the powder, the shade, it was a little bit too darker for my liking. I think the other shade would have been better. I think the other shade was light. Let me check. The other shade was light, and that one's a soft pink for fair to light complexions. So yeah, I think I would have been much happier with the lighter shade. But the finish of it, like, it's a soft, like, it just softens your under eyes a little bit, and especially where your oily T-zone area. I'll be testing out this powder more in the coming months to see if I really love it or not, because I want to love it, guys. But it's probably because of the shade. It's just it's not too dark, but it's just the way it looks from the packaging. Like, it looks like it would be perfect, but no, it comes out a little bit darker than that. Just a little bit slightly dry for me, but I think it's because I put a little bit too much, more than I needed to. Sometimes I go crazy with the powder. But really, like, it got rid of the oiliness like right here. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and let me know down below if you guys decide to pick up any of these products, or if you did, like, and if you guys already tried it out, let me know how you like them, especially with this. I think I really love this, so this is really good. The powder, I'm just gonna be testing it out and probably update you guys later on if it turns out to be like really good or not. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I hope to do more makeup reviews later in the future, or this year. That's my goal. So yeah, so I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.